Are you tired of endless cheaters in online games that ruin the mood to play?
Bro, I'm cracked. I'm actually cracked.
Then this game from the end of 90s is just for you. Age of Empires 2 Age of Kings is a real-time strategy video game. In this game you are going to lose the desire to play not because you are playing against a cheater, but because your enemy just plays better than you. This is the area of strategy gamers that I don't want to play against. Well, of course, this game also has cheats. I mean cheat codes, which were made by developers to test the game faster or just for fun. For example, Torpedo fully destroys one opponent. Black Death destroys everyone except you. Wimpy. Well,
Bit fear, talk.
I think you may have noticed that this game looks old and graphics is not its strongest side, but it doesn't even matter for me. Plus, it complements my 4x3 monitor aesthetic. But if your eye's still bleeding, there is a definitive edition where I added a little bit of helpful stuff such as zoom,
Ух, ебать. Ебать.
after refill fish traps, and fields, and other little
Сразу.
upgrades.
Не, это
Нет,
я
это
просто...
настрой... Это... Тут разные типы карт.
Вот тащи.
Стоп, что? Неужели я могу делать вилледжеров, когда апгрейджусь до феодальной эпохи? Да ну нахуй!
There is definitive edition for first and third Age of Empires. We tried to play third, but Solid's game was crashing every time, either because he heard a Japanese voice line, or because he clicked on some random enemy unit.
Пизда Дигу, да бля. Да я просто синглплеер запущу. Так, я нажму на... Охуеть, это реально была проблема в японцах, прикинь. Кек, давай за русских играть, хули. Сука, минное поле не играй, еба. Мне как?
За что?
Я нажал на одного из арантруповцев. Бро, мне кажется, тебе придется делать обзор на эту хуйню в соло.
So I had to play myself a little.
На нахуй. Правильно.
But I was too dumb to remember everything in 5 minutes and then I lost. Enough about definitive editions, this video is about Age of Empires 2. Why am I doing a video about old game and not about a newer one?
Ебать.
Well, because I like this one. I'm not saying that I'm an expert in RTS games. When I was around 6 years old, my mother allowed me to use our PC, on which there was Need for Speed Most Wanted, Star Wars Republic Commando and Age of Empires 2 Age of Kings. I think that almost all people's favorite game is the one they played for the first time. Age of Empires 2 dug deep into the ruins of the past and found a lot of interesting things that can be used in the game. And in order not to ruin your life, I recommend an online training course on programming. But I fell in love in this game not because I played it when I was a child. Music and sounds in this game are so good. People even make it trap beats from sounds when you click on a building or unit.
Yo!
Like in other RTS games, in Age of Empires 2 most of the time you have to gain resources, research technologies, make an army and destroy your enemies with it. This game has several game modes. Wonder Race, Defend the Wonder, Regicide, basically defend the king, Capture the Relic, King of the Hill, Deathmatch, Sudden Death. The start of the game and the style of the map are also variable. For example, Islands, Team Islands, Nomads, Water Nomads, Mongolia, Arena.
Toe, Kiat, Toe. Forgere, Erlov.
Golden.
As with most other games, Age of Empires 2 has lore. Stories are quite interesting, but I don't think that they will help you remember all dates for history exam like what curtains did Catherine the Great use?
Неправильно.
This game has something called rock, paper, scissors. Each unit has a weakness or superiority against another unit. Cavalry easily deals with archers because they cannot move away to a safe distance. They are not fast enough. Archers easily deals with infantry. The group of archers easily deals with a group of infantry, because archers can focus on one unit and kill an enemy group faster. Infantry with spears can reach mounted units with their weapons and deal more damage to them. Of others I know only superficially. Regular swordsman deals more damage to buildings.
Короче, Ну дай товары! Господи, здесь бомба!
Skirmisher is the same as archer but has less damage to everyone except archers. Horse archers are regular archers who have more speed, but they are still counted as mounted units, so they will get more damage from spearmen. Battering rams can contain a small group of people, have protection against arrows and do more damage to buildings.
Окей, понятно, ладно. Все, иди нахуй сюда.
Mangonels or catapults deals area damage. Scorpions can pierce through a group of enemies. Trebuchets, well, it's trebuchets. There are also monks. Through negotiations with the enemy, they force his clothes to change color at the molecular level, but after that monk must wait a little longer until his next equipment. Monk can recruit basic buildings such as houses, barracks, docks, etc. But he cannot recruit castles and town halls. And something else I forgot.
Cultivar.
There are many different countries in the game and each of them has its own bonuses and unique units. For example, Spain from DLC have units with black powder, Britain have stronger archers and have a unique unit that can shoot even further than a trebuchet. Or the Huns, who do not need houses and their settlement limit is immediately maximum. Unique units can be created in the castle, but if your country has an upgrade, then you can create unique units in regular military buildings.
Food, please.
Micro-resource management is the most important aspect of progress. The time of transition to a new era where more improvements and units are unlocked will depend on how quickly you order villagers what to do. At the stage of economic development, you need to keep a balance between villager maxing and army maxing. If you make only villagers and send them to all the resources you see, then at any moment the enemy can arrive at your base and troll some of your residents. And if you only do the army, then you will very quickly run out of resources and you will have to wait until this miner digs up this one piece. I don't know how it happens for you, but every time we get together to play some strategy or RTS, it always ends with one of us getting very bored with the game, and in general I'm kinda bored, I'll probably go.
Понятно. Можно дальше не играть, в принципе. О, да как это работает, блин? Не, пизда.
Не, у них защита против замка.
That's why we almost always play skirmish, basically cooperative PvE, either for different settlements or for one, controlling the same units.
Так, блять. Всех нахуй лес рубить. Всех лес рубить.
Неверно.
Всех лес
Что мы
рубить.
сейчас снимаем? Почему сейчас снимаем?
Всех лес
Играем,
рубить.
давай. Управляй.
Мы играем
Неверно,
просто.
неверно.
Да всех лес рубить. Все, или
Верно.
блять, всем овец
Верно.
убивать.
Кто до?
Да,
Блять, у нас
да, сука.
чума, у нас чума в доме.
The AI in this game can be both stupid and smart. Let's take a situation. You control a group of 50 people, and exactly the same group of 50 people is coming towards you. You select all your units and give the order to attack this particular unit. As a result, the entire squad will be reformed, will ignore incoming damage, and will not behave adequately until it kills the very unit that was ordered. On the other hand, we have a bot that controls this squad. In 0.02 seconds, he gave the order to 50 units to attack each unit in your squad separately. As a result, while you frantically select 3 to 5 units to attack one, the enemy evenly inflicts damage on your entire squad. Пиздец, блять. Or I even tell you this, the AI here is not only hard, it's also cheating. To make it appear that he is playing the same way as you, he always finds your town hall as his scout, no matter where you are. But in fact, his entire map is open and he sees your every move. The bots have endless resources and they mine gold, stone and the rest for show. Well, how else can you explain that they reach the castle age faster than any player on average difficulty? Age of Empires 2 has a built-in map editor. Understanding it will take a little time, but it's not impossible. The controls are certainly not the most convenient, but who said that developer tools should be convenient? How can I spawn gold ore? Who the fuck is Gaia? Before actually playing with friends or bots, make sure that the map is basically passable. Here is the test button. Here you go. Me and Solid P have made some maps in a couple of hours and then we played on them. Because vanilla maps differ mostly on two parameters: many water, less water, many resources, less resources.
Decrease me there. What? No, leave me alone. Leave me. Put me down.
We have tried to make our maps more interesting gameplay wise. The main idea of my map was to separate two teams from each other and focus more on the main battle in the center. Along the center of the map there were cliffs and a lake in the middle. The only way to get to the other team is to cross the lake. An insane distance of whole 5 cells. Also at the edges of those cliffs there were giant deposits of gold. At the start it was interesting, we had fights for gold deposits.
Чего, блядь? Инвалид, ты каким хуем тут оказался, скажи мне? И Кек, как вы тут оказались, блядь?
Чё?
Как вы тут нахуй оказались?
Как вы туда пробрались, ебать? Как ты
Я
туда
тут в самом начале пробрался.
Вот сука. Все, пизда вам, блядь, сейчас как сделаю тут
Пизда вам, блядь.
казарму. Я сейчас как тут
Я сейчас
сделаю
как сделаю
казарму,
тут
блядь.
казарму, пизда вам, блядь.
А ну
Ты там не
стоять.
позволишь. Поздно, блядь. Вон всем пизда.
Это тебе пизда, блядь.
Ты справляешься это?
Нет.
But eventually it ended up in a duel of trebuchets and shitty attempts to assault the beach.
Хоть тут сподвинься, блядь. У меня места нету. Это было лишним.
Imagine D-Day, but lame. Блять. As for Solid's map, his idea was to make the map very tight and arcade-like. The whole map is located in a void, skeletons laying around, and a bunch of other random shit. At the center of each edge of the map there were player bases. The resources were a challenge to reach, because the player's land only has stone and wood. To acquire gold you either had to get to the relic in the middle of the map first, or chop your way through the Amazonian forest to reach the golden Eldorado at every corner of the map. That relic was not the only one. Each corner had a relic too, but it was pointless because by the time you'd mine through the ore to get it, you would be already rich. By the way, we found out that you can destroy trees with trebuchets.
Сука. Неужели это единственный способ? Ну я не верю, блядь.
Че, копаться до дерева?
Тихо.
До золота, да. Ты, походу, единственный. Литерально тараны, что ли, построил?
Да, блядь.
Аж интересно. Мне даже будет не обидно, если это сработает, если ты выиграешь этим путем.
Я промолчу.
Что, ты нашел новый трюк?
Нет.
Ты нашел, чем можно деревья ломать?
Нет.
In the end, one was left, one was a noob, so we didn't really attack him. Solid built a decently fortified entrance, but he tested my swag once I pulled up with my Briton archer homies. Even after GTA 7 comes out and we will be receiving our pension in V-Bucks, together with our AI catgirl wives powered by ChatGPT 11, I'm sure we will still be occasionally playing this game inside our Neuralink chip on a Windows 7 emulator, and also probably just starting a GregTech Minecraft playthrough. What am I getting at is out all of games in the Age of Empires series, this one will forever stay in my heart. That's me, bruh. It is not as basic as the first game and a lot simpler than all the next games. We don't even enjoy the fighting part that much. Just interacting with the game, building, gathering resources and listening to all the amazing sounds brings me joy. We never even touched online multiplayer, the competitive scene. It scares me. And me and my friends don't really enjoy fighting each other either. Bots on a medium difficulty, especially on oceanic maps, are difficult enough for us, if not impossible. If you are going to buy this game, both the old HD version and the new Definitive Edition cost the same. So I would suggest buying Definitive because it's pretty much the same game, but modernized and more convenient. But experiencing the HD version can be pretty interesting too. If you like this type of content, please let us know if you would want to see more. We were gaming since we were born, so there are a lot of games that we would love to review. Let us know in the comments or in our Discord channel. And while you're at it, you can also consider disliking this video and unsubscribing from the channel.